with the team on road games, and Fred, you saying, well, they stay at the Courtyard Marriott. What has Bronny James done that he shouldn't be able to stay at the Courtyard Marriott? You say, well, they fly commercial. What has Bronny James done where he should be too good to fly commercial? The pros isn't about where you came from, how you were raised, what your parents had. Professional sports is about how well you can contribute. And you don't get treated differently because of your parents. You get treated differently because of your ability to contribute. And if I'm Bronny James, which I'm not, and I haven't grown up that way, I'm begging Rich Paul, I'm begging JJ Redick, I'm begging my father, please let me travel with this team. Please let me stay at the Courtyard Marriott. Please let me fly commercial. Please let me go somewhere where I'm gonna get up more than 6 shots in 3 games to not only prove it to my organization that I'm worthy of being on this team, but to my damn self. Yeah. Right? As far as like Bronny James not traveling with the team on road games, and Fred, you saying, well, they stay at the Courtyard Marriott.
So there you have it. That was Brian Clark for the Pulpit podcast. To talk about LeBron James try to really develop his game. So I'm gonna pass on to you, Ronnie. Does Brian Clark have a point? Does should LeBron James not be getting special treatments and try to travel with the team in order to develop his game?
Yeah, I agree. Now when he break it down, I kind of agree with Ryan Clark because the simple fact is, oh, no, Randy Clark. The simple fact is, you got to keep it in mind. Every player that's on the Lakers don't have the special treatment that he does. Remember, even though he's the son of the GOAT, still you got to develop your own. Remember, I keep telling you guys, even like every time you commentary on Bronny James, I always tell you that guys like he got to create his own lane, his own creation. He can't go by what his father has done. If we go by what his father has done, he won't be able to hold that expectation. But him going and not getting the special treatment, going on private jets and doing all this stuff, but traveling with the team, now he's gonna develop a strong teammate bonding, so they'll be with him. He'll understand the struggle when they go struggling. He'll understand if they having tough days. He understand all those things, but he just only focus on because he's the son of the GOAT. He will never develop to a player that he want to become. So I kind of get what Mr. Clark is coming from. So he broke it down really well. So no pushback on my end. Because at first I was like, what are you talking about? He should be able to get special treatment. But then when he broke it down, I said, yeah, that kind of make a whole lot of sense. Go ahead.
I like this, but I'm gonna come at it a different perspective. I disagree with him. We in life, nepotism has to be enforced. We the only black people are the only ones we say we got to get it how we live, or we got to go through the mud. This ain't no different than the lady who owns the Lakers. She inherit that team. Her daddy gave that to her, right? Anybody would question and say, hey, why you ain't work your way up to the ranks? It's no different than that. I get rich tomorrow. I'm making life easy for my son, or my daughter, or my nephew, or my cousins, or my homeboys. You're going to have to learn work ethic along the way. Everybody's going to have to learn some sort of a work ethic. So when you say, what has he had done to do this? The work has already been done. His daddy did it for him. His daddy did the work so I could walk you in. We've never seen this in history where he wasn't the number one in the country. He wasn't scoring massive points, but he was able to get a deal. And he was able, when they seen that he wasn't good, they say, don't worry, we'll drop you down to G League, keep you there, work you up, and we'll bring you back up. You don't even have to audition. Most white people do this with their family members, with their kids. They create the company, they'll have them work one job and boost him up to CEO. I see no problem with this. Let the man fly in a Lear jet. Let the man do what he wants. You know what I mean? We can't be mad at different circumstances. I understand what he say, the work ethic and stuff. It would be nice for team bonding. I seen that as team bonding to maybe get a familiarity. But other than that, I didn't have no problem with him. I don't call it special treatment. His dad put in the work. His dad rode bicycles to school and was hungry and was able to wash clothes. So his dad did all that, so he won't have to do that. Go ahead.
For me here, living in Los Angeles and like kind of, follow the Lakers a little bit and what how their record is. So far, the Lakers are looking good. LeBron James looking good. Anthony Davis looked like he might be the number one option, which he should be. And hopefully, the Lakers get in the top seed. Now going to Bronny James is to the point of him getting kind of special treatments. I'm in the middle, but I would like him to go to other away games and play with the G League players because even though you might take charter flights and here and there, I think it's more important. Like if you want to have a long career, you do want to play other G League teams to see how the best players on their team how they operate. How can you better your game. If you're in the G League or in the NBA. And the thing is, it'll show later on in his development if he's going to have a long NBA career or he's not going to have a long NBA career. There's other fathers who have necessarily who was not in LeBron's stat of him continuing to play, but you do have other NBA legends, who had to work themselves. I'll give you a good example: Steph Curry's brother Seth and everything. He was undrafted. Steph could have brought his brother to his team to build him up, show him the ropes, but Steph didn't do that. He didn't do that to his younger brother. So his brother, he had to work through the mud. He had to work to the G League. After he came to G League, he came good. He played for the Portland Trailblazers. And then actually he was in and out of G League until he got into the NBA and having like a really shooting his 3-pointers because like people don't know he like Seth Curry's 3-point percentage is better than his brother's, and a lot of people don't know that, but it's his brother by 1 or 2%. So with me, I just feel like since you're in a professional sport, which less than 1% of a person plays in that particular sports, which is NBA, NFL, major leagues, whatever, forever. I feel like since LeBron James got you into the league, I think you have to work yourself harder to have a long established career. Because if you don't, especially here in Los Angeles, they will get on Bronny James and say, oh, he was a buzz. He was getting all these special treatments here and there. He wasn't really developing his game. All his game was all he got in because he was his father, the Lakers, and this. To see the first in history to his son play with his dad in the NBA, which is all good, grits and everything. But if like I said, if he really don't develop his game like that, and I'm just here from saying it from the LA fans and everything, especially how Lakers, they all about winning and everything. If Bronny's not developing his game like he used to, like I say, the worst thing you could do is probably get cut, get it shipped out to another team, possibly be traded. But like I say, we never know. It depends on how he developed his long game, and if next year or the year after you start seeing him get some quality minutes, then we won't talk about this no more. But if it's developed, or if he don't develop his game the right way, this stuff is gonna come about him getting special treatments and not really try to be the best he could be as an NBA player.
Yeah, Bonnie's just gonna find his own lane. Of course, right now he's gonna receive a lot of criticism because the simple fact is he's